Trickster, welcome to my velvet room.
So, you've come to, inmate. The you in reality is currently fast asleep. You are only experiencing this as a dream. You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight.
Welcome. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. I am Igor, the master of this place. Remember it well. I summoned you to speak of important matters. It involves your life as well. But...
Are you trying to leave? Know your place, inmate. Who do you think you're talking to?
Ah, yes. This is indeed a surprise. The state of this room reflects the state of your own heart. To think a prison would appear as such. You truly are a prisoner of fate. In the near future, there is no mistake that ruin awaits you. Yes, ruin. I speak of the end to everything. However, there is a means to avoid such a fate. You must be rehabilitated. Rehabilitated toward freedom. That is your only means to avoid ruin. Do you have the resolve to challenge the distortion of the world? We shall see in due time. Allow me to observe the path of your rehabilitation. But first, pardon me for not introducing the others. To your right is Caroline. To your left, Justine. They serve as wardens here.
Try and struggle as hard as you like. The duty of wardens is to protect inmates. We are also your collaborators. That is, if you remain obedient.
I shall explain the roles of these two at another occasion. Now then, it seems the night is waning. It is almost time. Take your time to slowly come to understand this place. We will surely meet again, eventually.
Time's up. Now hurry up and go back to sleep. Are you listening? Have you even heard a single word we've said?
Indeed, such a reaction is rather expected from one in your predicament. One does not simply relax after being warned of a disastrous future. But a successful rehabilitation depends on following its path. At this point in the path is slumber. Nothing else is required of you.
The more you resist rest, the greater the chance of your ruin.
Yes, Justine is correct. The most important prerequisite to approaching any challenge is preparation, and adequate rest is its foundation. Without energy, without regular rejuvenation, all tasks become more difficult to accomplish. The task ahead of you is particularly challenging. It requires strict adherence to the path of rehabilitation.
You know what that means, inmate. Lay down, close your eyes, and at least pretend to fall asleep. As some in your world might say, you must fake it until you make it.
Indeed, there is no better form of education than immersion. One cannot truly know what a task requires of them until they've experienced its demands personally. You may have struggled with slumber before, but never in such an environment, never under such pressure. For all intents and purposes, what we demand of you now is not sleep, but something new entirely. Our minds are split into two very different halves. How can one reconcile the heightened emotions of one half with the other half's stark objectivity? This is a question that has no easy answer. The proper approach depends on countless factors. Among them, the situation one finds themselves in, their emotional resilience, their knowledge of the topics involved, their ability to comprehend reality for what it truly is. No matter the circumstances, no two people are alike in their response.
I am a warden here. So is Caroline. We have a similar role and a similar appearance. But are we the same? Absolutely not. You're a unique one, inmate.
This brings me back to the topic ultimately at hand, your rehabilitation. There is something in your life that must be addressed. If it is not taken care of, it will bring ruin. I am not at liberty to divulge the details of either your proposed rehabilitation or your impending ruin at this time. But I cannot stop you from speculating on these details yourself. In fact, I would encourage it. What do you feel you should improve about yourself? What is the most impactful change you could make? Should you not make this change, what fate could befall you? Do not limit your imagination. The answers to these questions live within you. Only by believing the impossible to be possible can you arrive at the proper conclusion. Perhaps it would be good practice to believe that sleep is within your grasp at this time. Can you convince yourself that this is the truth? I sense doubt lingering deep within. As long as doubt clouds your mind, you cannot hope to be rehabilitated.
You'll have to trust more than just us, inmate. You must trust yourself as well. This will be the foundation of your rehabilitation.
Please take whatever time you need to consider the answers to my questions. They are not tricks. By trusting yourself and peering within, the truth will be revealed. You need not arrive at a conclusion tonight. I do not and did not expect it. You will be brought back to this place as many times as is necessary. As you follow the path of your rehabilitation, I expect to see you here quite frequently. You may not have answers next time, or the time after that, but you will arrive at a conclusion eventually. Is this affirmation enough to soothe your fears for the evening? Will you accept the truth you have been presented with? Will you allow yourself to sleep, believing the future to hold much promise?
Didn't think so.
I must admit, this is not the response I had anticipated. Your confusion is understandable, but your resistance is not. What alternative to sleep might you have in mind? Slumber was the key that opened the door to this place. It is this same key that shall grant you leave. Should you require additional aid, I can provide it at this time. The following is guidance that I had intended on saving for your next visit. It is essential information that I thought would be best received on a later date after an inevitable series of events. Although you would best absorb it then, it may be of use to you now. Your rehabilitation determines if ruin can be stopped. My revelation to you this evening may have implied that this is solely your responsibility, yet such a feat cannot be done by you alone. Without the support of others, your rehabilitation will not succeed. Over time, you will enter into several partnerships. Some may seem inconsequential, others paramount, but each will be essential. Involving yourself with others is an important foundation for your recovery. That said, I am not advising the formation of superficial relationships. It must not be of frivolity, but a ring of those who would, by morals or faith, lend you their strength. The expansion of said ring will, in return, help you mature as well.
Friendships are the strength of heart. The stronger the bonds that surround you, the more power you will gain to face the future. There are countless people who have talents that someone like you doesn't. You better rack that noggin of yours and get them on your side.
Indeed, this is the only way to ensure that your ambitions will come to fruition. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter friends who share your aesthetics and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. With that, I believe our time here is coming to an end. Whether or not you feel prepared to sleep, there is nothing more I can do for you today.
You'd better rest real well, inmate. We wish you a peaceful slumber.
May your dreams be pleasant, and may your rehabilitation progress swiftly. I look forward to your return in the near future. Good night, trickster.